Hi, Dr. Garino. I'm Dr. Ethan Freedman. It's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. Wow, that's quite a handshake you got there.
Thank you. Here's a copy of my resume.
Thank you. Why don't you have a seat?
Thanks.
Why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I just graduated from Ithaca College in their physical therapy program, and I minored in outdoor pursuits while I was there. In my undergrad, I was a member of the men's varsity crew team for all 4 years, and I was also a President's Host tour guide. So I gave campus tours to prospective students, and I also helped out with open houses as well. So currently, I am a assistant coach for the men's novice team, and I'm also a wellness class instructor for a rowing and strength class.
Very nice. So start telling me about some of your strengths and weaknesses.
Sure. So I'm very energetic about my work. I really get into it. I'm a big team player, and I think that really creates an environment that patients can do well in. As far as weaknesses, I am working on some time management issues that I have. I really just try to get the most out of each visit with my patients, and sometimes I have trouble keeping that in the time limits that I have, but I'm working on that.
Okay, nice. So what interests you about this job?
So I was first drawn to this job because I know that each of the clinicians have a specific specialty that they are practicing under, and I really want to, at some point, have a specialty of my own. So that's one of the first reasons that I brought to it. Also, they do a lot of volunteer work around the community, and I really admire that. I think that's really great to kind of spread the word about wellness, even if it's not in your own facility.
So what experiences have prepared you for this job?
My first clinical affiliation was 8 weeks in an outpatient orthopedic clinic, and I worked a lot with spine patients and back patients, where my clinical instructor was really focused on manual therapy. So I learned a lot of techniques that I wouldn't have ordinarily learned in the classroom. So I really want to apply those in your facility.
Cool. So where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years?
Well, as I said before, I really want to have a specialty of my own, and something that I'm really interested about. Like I said before, I am interested in manual therapy and spine, but I do know that you have an aquatic therapy as well program that I want to be a little bit more involved in, especially because my first clinical affiliation did have a pool, and so I had a little bit of experience with that.
And lastly, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I have a couple questions. Generally, how many patients do your therapists see an hour?
We average about 12 to 15 patients a day.
Yeah, a day, sorry. And how much time do you generally see for initial evaluations?
Initial evals usually last between 45 minutes and an hour.
Oh, great. Okay. Do you have a business card that I can
I
have?
sure do.
Thanks.